Hello everyone, welcome to a new Dollception review. Today we'll be going over this Asleep Eidolon Coral. Before we start, here are a couple little facts about this doll. So we shall start off with the head. So unlike most dolls, where their head caps are kept on using magnets or whatever, her head cap actually is a twist off type thing. Just put it in, twist it on, and twist it off, which I freaking love because her head cap won't like pop off when I'm trying to take her wig off or something, which happens a lot with my other dolls, especially when they're wearing silicone head caps. You got the little Asleep Eidolon emblem thing. We'll take a look inside, and it's pretty standard for most BJDs. Got the S hook and putty that keeps the eyeballs in. I don't know if it's just the coral head or what, but they made this little slit like really narrow, so I kind of have to shove the S hook and the elastic down, and also have to pull up really roughly or whatever, because like this slit here is just too narrow to fit the bulk of the elastic through. So that's kind of sucky. She can tilt her head off to the side pretty well. She can look down pretty nicely and look up a bit. Yeah. And next we go to the arms, which have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces in all. She is double jointed, and her elbow is a little peanut shape with kind of the elbow sculpted, and then her hand is all one piece. Here's a closer look at her hands. These are the default hands. I believe Asleep Eidolon also has like romantic hands for dolls this size. I can't remember what they're called, but I think they're a bit slimmer, possibly, and they have like longer nails, I think. I don't know, I'll have to look on Mint on Card or something. Then her elbow can bend about that much. Thing I don't like about her elbow is, because it has this little sculpted piece here, you can't really move her arm around too much without fearing chipping something. So that's kind of a bummer. And then with her hand, it doesn't really move and stay in very many positions. You can force it to go all the way up like so and down, but it won't keep those poses. I think maybe it has something to do with like the S-hook shape or something, but I don't know, man. And here we have the torso, which is comprised of 2 pieces, and she's got pretty nice mobility in the torso. Like, it's very nice, and she can slouch really well, and it looks not too bad. And she can't really arch back very much. And last but not least, we have the legs, which have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. For the top of her thigh, she has this little ridge here, which locks into that little indent in here. So her legs will lock in place when she's standing. And there's also another indent on the back, so it'll also lock when she sits, which is sometimes nice, sometimes not so nice, because it will limit like her standing postures. Like, she'll usually look really stiff like that. You can't really get her to put her leg out or anything, do like a whole sassy hip to the side pose. And then she has a swiveling thigh, which also pops out, and you'll have this little semi-sphere. If you pull that out and you push it up, ta-da, she can hug her knees or whatever. And I really like using it when she's sitting to sit like that. So it's really nice, and I love it because it's really easy to utilize, like even when she's clothed. So that is like a super plus, because usually dolls that have that piece that allows their legs to go up like that, they're usually not so easy to use when they have like pants on. And then her knees, I wouldn't say they're double jointed, they're more like a single joint, and then they have this cool little cap that lets them bend a bit more. So, and then they go like that, and then they go a little bit further like so. And then her feet, these are two pieces. You got the little ball socket in here, which is a separate joint. I can't really pull it out at the moment. But yeah, her foot has a decent amount of movability. Honestly, I really like this doll, and that's not just a bias because it's one of my favorite characters, but the body is actually really nice to handle. There are, of course, some downsides. The elbows don't have much, you know, I can't really move them around in the socket like I can with some other dolls that are double jointed. They're kind of stuck just going up and down. And the legs, like I said before, they're really stiff looking when she's standing up, and I can't really do many positions when she's standing. And also, the normal skin from Asleep Eidolon is just really pale. Like if you even look at, I think it's Mint on Card has a picture of the white skin and normal skin from Asleep Eidolon, and they look almost exactly alike. Kind of was wishing she would have been a bit darker in color, but whatever, I can deal. Even with the downsides, there are plenty of upsides. For one, gorgeous sculpt. I really love how, of course, how the head sculpt looks, but I also really like the body sculpt. Like, I don't know, she has like a fuller looking body or whatever. Another upside is when she is sitting, unlike when she's standing, her sitting postures are like really expressive and they look really natural. And I love it when she's sitting. She's my favorite doll to have sitting. All my other dolls look a bit better when they're standing, but she's the total opposite. And yeah, I don't know, she's just really fun doll to handle and play with and all that and stuff. I just love her. So for those of you curious about where you can buy an Asleep Eidolon doll, the only dealer I know of at this moment that is in the US is Mint on Card. So you can check out their website. I'll have a link to them in the description. And they have lots and lots of beautiful looking dolls. And yeah, and that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you all found it informative and helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment on the video, or send me an ask on Tumblr, or even message me on Flickr or Den of Angels. All the links will be down below in the description for the video. Thank you for watching. Today we'll be going over this Asleep Eidolon, whom is a 4th scale doll, also known as Before we start, here are some facts about this doll. Before we start, here are a couple little facts. Spit on myself. Here's some spit. Have some spit. And that's it. Mother. Or informative in any way. And doot doot doot.